Hey, I just realized I am wearing my dad clothes as usual. It is the weekend, so I am going to change. It's the same shirt, but a different color. What? Okay, we're changing. You're probably thinking I just put on the first shirt, but I didn't. I have the other blue shirt right here. There's so many dad shirts. Okay, dad clothes aside, I stuck with this t-shirt because it has the infinity symbol, which is a good reminder that I do not have an infinite number of hours in the day. Upon reflection of the things that I tried to accomplish this month, okay, and I hope over the next 11 months I don't have nightmares about this octopus haunting me on my goals. I really want this whole thing to be a fun process. And for the month of April, I managed to accomplish several things, but a lot of it was administrative, you know? I was sitting indoors, writing some material, but also emailing a bunch of comedians to do my show and emailing people to get onto their show. And it was kind of boring. And part of doing comedy is getting out there to the open mics and even seeing comedy, whether you're going to the Hollywood Improv or the Comedy Store or the Laugh Factory just to watch comedy, or even just the alternative shows around the city, is being inspired by other comedians and hanging out with other comedians. And I think I'm gonna try to do that more in the month of May. And that's just because I want this to be a little more fun. All right, here we go. And it was the one thing week after week that I did not accomplish. Admittingly, I've been a little bit stressed out at work. I've referenced it in a few videos prior, and I realize when I get home from work, I'm just exhausted. Now that's a total excuse. I think in my last video, I mentioned my Fitbit, what gets measured gets done, and like the next day, my Fitbit charger broke and I was without my Fitbit and I wasn't even measuring my own steps. I was just kind of feeling down on the dumps on that. So I just need to stop being so hard on myself. I think the beginning of May starts in a couple of days, and I think a lot of the goals that I'm gonna do is just to get out of the house to see some comedy. One of the big things I accomplished in the month of April was a comedy binder. I know, sounds pretty silly and very straightforward, but I filled it with lined paper, which is not as easy to find at Staples as you might think. When I was a kid, lined paper was everywhere. That's all we did was just get lined paper with binders, and now it's like in a hidden alley or aisle or whatever, you know, because everything is just computer paper now. It was just such a weird thing that it took me like 30 minutes to try to find this. I actually had to get help to find lined paper. And the reason I started this binder was I was at a coffee shop with my son. I was drinking coffee, he wasn't. And I overheard these two women talking. One of them was a comedian, and she was talking about how Jerry Seinfeld had a binder of all his material, and he wrote each joke on a piece of paper, and he was able to develop his routine by sort of shuffling the paper in order that he needed. And she was doing that, and I struck up a conversation with them to find out if it was working for her, and she said that she did like it, so I decided to incorporate that. And that's another lesson that I learned, that you never know where you can be inspired, and striking up a conversation with a complete stranger at a coffee shop is a great way to be inspired on some great ideas. So I've written my first joke this past week. It's something that I've performed in the past where I sing children's songs to my son, and so does my wife. So I've performed it before. I'm going to clip in that video here and post it down below.
It's really fun being a dad. I love singing to my son, and so does my wife. And we're really good together, right? Because like when I'm alone with my son, I'll sing and I'll say like, you are my sunshine, my only sunshine. But when we're together, we know we're in sync. We're in simpatico. It's like, you are our sunshine, our only sunshine, right? We're together, we're a team, right? But we seem to never connect on this one song. We're always just like, we never get it. And I realize it's because we come from different parts of this world. Like, she's American, I'm Canadian, right? So it's like, you know the song, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. That's the Canadian version. Now the American version, right? You guys are like, you guys said it wrong. The American version is, if you're happy and you know it, clap your hands. Hold on, like don't clap, because I get okay, if you're happy and you know it, and your face will really show it, or some crazy ass lyric, you Americans, and we always just intersect. She says her version, I say my version, and the kid's all confused. He doesn't know what, and he's only 6 months too, so he's always confused, but now he's more confused. And then where they are, right? Like she's also Russian. She also learned the Russian version. It's if you're happy and you know it, don't say anything. If you're happy and you know it, don't say anything. If you're happy and you know it, and you really want to show it, go into the corner and show it, but make sure the government doesn't find out.
Anyway, that's this quick update. My son is waking up from his nap. My wife is out for the 24 hours that she is working. She's on call, and I'm here alone. And it's okay. I'm on total dad duty. Maybe I'll switch back to my dad clothes in case they get dirty. This has just been a quick update for week 7. Thanks so much for listening. I'm really excited for the month of May. And again, readjusting my goals for the month of May to take it a little easier is a good thing to do, because I think we try to do so much in such a little amount of time. And it's a good time to sort of like slow down and take it easy, and we'll see what May brings and how I can readjust it in June and see what life, what's happening in life in general. Maybe I can actually get a haircut. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point, but that's okay. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you next week.